Hi, I was at the gym. We're gonna make this real quick, and I remember thinking, I think I saw like a really beautiful woman, right? And my first thought was like, oh, she looks like she'd be homecoming queen, right? And my second thought right after that is that, oh, I can't go up and say hi because I'm not homecoming king, right? And so, context for those who are not American, homecoming king and homecoming queen are typically like blonde, white, almost Aryan. The movies kind of paint that out. There's only a few movies where I've like seen growing up, more or less, where the homecoming king is this black guy, and they're typically footballers and sports athletic people, right? I might look like a footballer, or, athletic person. Um, but I don't do sports, right? And so I'm basically a hardcore nerd. If you're watching this video, you probably know that. So there's this complex that I think I grew up with, right? That I had a question today, and I kind of was like, "What the fuck do you mean?" Where I thought, "Oh, I could never become homecoming king," right? And in that moment, I remember thinking, "Am I good?" In that moment, I remember thinking, back in high school, like I was back in high school, and I was like, Dad, if you're watching this, you're probably like, that, oh, I'm never going to be homecoming king, right? Like, homecoming king is not my role, nor is it a position I can play. And I remember thinking about that today, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck why do I think that, right? Because when I went to like college, I wasn't homecoming king, but I was like the freshman president, right? And I had gotten to that point where I was that kind of person, right? Who was popular, who everybody knew, who was fun to be around and exciting, right? And ironically, more of the story, there's some things that happen, growing up that might build an inferior complex, especially if you're like a black person like me, who grew up in the United States seeing white excellence, and you have to kind of exhibit this black excellence to be able to feel worthy, right? And I think in this arc that I'm going through, it's kind of healing from some of those things, and I just kind of wanted to share that with you in case you think you could never be homecoming king. I will say that you can be homecoming king, but even after you're homecoming king, you will still have to deal with some of those thoughts that maybe when you get to that level, you're still like, oh, am I still unworthy? Right? Am I worthy of being homecoming king? Obviously, I am. And so, thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.